What's up, y'all? Today we reacting to the sad case of Nolan Wells. What's his name again?
Yeah, I think it's
Nolan
Nolan
Wells?
Wells. I'm really trying to get a better understanding of what really happened because it's like I know like he was on a trip with his friends and stuff like that on a boat,
Right.
which I already kind of don't condone, and I'm not trying to make this race related or anything like that, but I already find that like a little weird when it's like one black guy out of all the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Like, nah, we found everything suspicious
Yeah,
about
it's
this,
just
but
like
it's like even like going to an island by yourself, well, with your friends is like when you involve an island into it, doesn't it sound like some get out shit?
yeah, it's a sound. Yeah, that's what
Like,
I
it
mean. It
sounds
sounds a little
weird. Like, why
off.
would you go to an island and then it's like I don't want to make this a race thing. I really don't. But I feel like you have to have. Well, we don't know, right?
Yeah.
He was the only white kid. I mean, only black kid,
He was
right?
only black kid, and then I think like they said like they thought like he caught a ride with somebody else. They don't know what happened to him. But I'm like, with me personally, my honest opinion, bro, I feel like it was like a prank gone wrong or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they said they found him in the
Mm.
water, and I'm like, bro, you know how like college kids they do funny shit sometimes. Like, so I'm not saying that they killed him. I'm not saying they tried to kill him. I just off hearing the story and just looking at the whole scope.
Yeah.
I just feel like it was like a prank gone wrong, but you know, like we're still trying to look at information and trying to piece together a better
Well,
story.
hopefully it is though, because
Yeah,
I feel like, but I feel like this case is gonna be quick. Like once you start investigating, like they
they
start,
really start looking into stuff.
doing
Yeah,
like interrogations with the teens and all of that. Like you know how teens are, they're gonna give it all up.
yeah,
Like they're
and
gonna be, oh, I seen this happen.
yeah. Once they start piecing together and they narrow it
Yeah,
down,
they narrow it
they're gonna
down
start
into
telling. Yeah, so
yeah. But let's get into it,
you know,
y'all.
Tonight, new video shows what could be an image of Nolan Wells on the day he went
Oh
missing off
wow,
the
they got a
Mississippi coast.
picture, bro.
oh shit.
Wow.
TMZ posting this video they say was taken on Horn Island on July 4th, the last day the 18-year-old was seen alive. The clip appears to show a man standing on the back of
Yeah,
a
and I'm not
boat
gonna lie,
bending
like
over.
he low key a big kid too.
Yeah, like
Like he could,
did they say he was a football player or something?
yeah, I think he was. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Man's face is never seen, but the shorts the man is wearing are similar to shorts Nolan
He
had
a
in
big
other
kid,
pictures
bruh.
from that day. NBC News was able to match the location to previously verified video of Horn Island from that day. Two people who knew Nolan say they believe it looks like him, but they can't be certain. Nolan went to the island with friends on July 4th. His body was found 2 days later. It's unclear whether Nolan was with anyone when he disappeared. The boat in the video is not the same one Nolan took to Horn Island that day. TMZ reports that the video was dropped off to the Jackson County Sheriff, and investigators are aware of the clip. NBC News has reached out to the sheriff's office and the family's attorney about the footage and has not heard back from either. Melissa Miller spent the 4th of July with her own group of friends on Horn Island.
It's not uncommon for people to, take different boats back because, it's a big boating community. A lot of people know each other.
Meanwhile, the family's attorney says tomorrow
They did
they'll
play
announce
football.
preliminary findings from their independent autopsy. All of this as some question if this video could reveal new clues about Nolan's last day. Aaron Gilchrist, NBC News, Ocean Springs, Mississippi.
And we're back. We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, condolences to the family and all that. It's sad because like you young and you want to hang out with your friends and go to stuff like this, like boating things and stuff like that. But it just really sucks, bro, because it's like, yo, he died going to have fun. You know what I'm saying? He probably just graduated high school. Probably, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah, yeah, you
but
right.
I do really wonder if that's really him. Why was he on a different boat?
I mean, it said it was said supposedly that the friends that made it back said that he told them he was gonna, like, for them to head out, that he was gonna leave with somebody else. Like he was gonna leave
Yeah.
with some other friends, whatever. So that's supposedly why he took a different boat. But then after that, it's like, remember the friends had his phone, supposedly deleted messages out of it.
But that's the thing. Why would he give them his phone?
I don't
make sense
know.
to me.
I hope. I mean, that's what looks suspicious about it, though.
Yeah,
That
like-
it's like, why would he stay on an island without a phone?
Yeah, like who's
Especially if
doing
he's
that?
not going back with you
Yeah,
guys. Like he's
who's
gonna be,
doing
oh,
that?
take my phone. I'm gonna just stay here by myself.
Yeah,
Nobody, like,
with people. Yeah, like with
it
people
doesn't make
I
any
don't
sense.
know.
Yeah, like he wanted to talk to some girls, whatever. But it's like the story doesn't add up.
Yeah, like I don't know. That's suspicious, bro.
But I have a question. Did they report that he, like? Did they report that he
Him
died
missing?
or missing, whatever? They did or no?
I have no idea. That I don't know.
Because they found him 2 days later. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know they was looking for him at first, so they did probably report it because they was looking for him before they knew he was dead.
Right.
They found him after they already put out a report that they was looking for him.
Because there's no way he was that intoxicated.
Because at first he was missing.
Right.
He was missing, and they found him like right after that.
Yeah, I suspect foul play. What you suspect?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I suspect foul play too, but I also suspect like it was like an accident going wrong. That's just what I think. Like I think like it was like a prank. So they probably like, you know what I'm saying, took his phone and left him and like pushed him in the water or something. And I'm not saying this what happened. This is just me just trying to make a story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just make something
They
out
could
of
have,
it.
you know how kids play around too much. Like, yo, pushed him in the water. Yo, we got your phone. Aha, you know what I'm saying? And maybe he couldn't swim back. I don't know. You know, it's just
Right. But you can avoid jail time by just like trying to help him, trying to like, you know what I mean? Like if he did, y'all hit him over the head and he fell in the water, like pulling him out, calling the cops looks a little better than just leaving him and taking his
or whatever.
phone. You know, like that's a little crazy
I feel
to
like
me, but
definitely got to find out what really happened because, like, yo, wondering moms need to know, bro.
Till tonight, the dead teen's messages deleted after his body washes ashore. Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. I want to thank you for being with us.
"18-year-old football star Nolan Wells heads to Horn Island with his friends to celebrate the 4th of July. But hours later, after he doesn't return to shore, his friends report him missing, launching a desperate search across the water.
They met that day, and it was kind of one of the things. It did come off that day that he really did like her, but that was the only time they've ever hung out was at Horn Island on July 4th.
We're thinking, can you all please come?
And is everybody on board in good health otherwise?
Yeah, everybody's on board.
From our friends at GMA, no, everyone was not on board. Nolan was not on board. And who's the mysterious girl he met for the very first time the day he goes missing? His body spotted by the United Cajun Navy, washed ashore. We have obtained that photo. We are choosing tonight not to show it. That last sound from our friends at NBC. Joining me in All-Star
yeah, a photo of what?
I guess his body washed up on the shore.
Like I'm already.
Panel, but first straight out to Todd Terrell, representing the United Cajun Navy, participating in the water search for Nolan Wells. Todd, thank you for being with us. What did you observe?
You know, Horn Island, that area right there is an area that we have seaplanes that we operate back and forth to the island, taking people back and forth fishing, or oil field workers, you know, back off to rigs and stuff. That morning, the body was observed on the northwest portion of Horn Island, which is not unusual for someone to drown and be washed up in that area. There was a park ranger that was on the island that actually had spotted the body, and we were calling in down to law enforcement officials on the ground what we saw from the air.
Todd Terrell joining us from the United Cajun Navy, called in to participate in the water search for this young star athlete, Nolan Wells. Tonight, mystery swirling around his death. How is it that a group of his friends go out on a boat? They go to a remote Horn Island. There is nobody there. It's uninhabited. There are no phones. There are no bathrooms. It's just a hangout place. How does he end up dead on the shore and everybody else makes it back? I want you to hear one more time what the group is saying about that day.
They met that day, and it was kind of one of the things. It did come off that day that he really did like her, but that was the only time they've ever hung out was at Horn Island on July 4th.
From our friends at GMA, who is she? Where is she? What, if anything, did she have to do, if there is a she, with Nolan's death? That's from our friends at GMA. Back to you, Todd Terrell.
And I'm about to go to Caitlin
Becker, Senior.
That's what I was about to ask. I'm like, why did he keep saying he met a girl and then he only chilled with her one time like that?
That's the first time he chilled with her. It was only at Horn Island.
Like, who is this girl?
We need to speak to her.
Correspondent, New York Post, on the story from the get-go. Todd, you stated to me that it's, quote, not unusual for bodies to wash ashore in that spot. What do you mean by that? Because if it was that common. Wouldn't this be designated a dangerous area and there would be warning signs? What do you mean it's not unusual? I find that hard to believe.
Well, many areas along the coast of the whole Gulf Coast area is a dangerous area. You know, I don't believe they could put up signs anywhere. I think it should be known that these are bad areas. The rip current is very bad in that northwestern portion. We call it the washing machine, actually. It's an area where the current just rolls round and round in there,
We call
like
it the
kind of like a
washing
washing
machine.
machine.
Yeah.
And
So
one of the
it's like
interesting
a
things
very strong
was
current.
where
No,
Nolan
no, I
was
get it, but it's
found
like,
was
why are they
probably
even allowing
pretty
people to
close
go
to
Yeah,
there?
so that's
where
what she's saying.
the incident
If you know it
occurred.
has a
So the
strong
body didn't go
current,
that far.
Okay, what incident? Was there an incident? Are you suggesting Todd Terrell, joining us tonight from the United Cajun Navy, our friends, by the way, at the United Cajun Navy. They are called in on many, many missing persons case. Todd,
Yo, I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with the video, but whoever did her hair, like,
yeah, they set up for failure.
yeah, like they doing you dirty, man. Like you gotta fire them, find somebody else. Like
Yeah, they
ain't even funny, bro. Like look at the part in the middle, like
yeah, it's like it's
a web, look like Charlotte's web back there. Like
you stated the incident. What incident? You mean he didn't drown?
We're saying that whatever happened, we're calling an incident. Our job as United Cajun Navy is to bring people home back to their families, first of all, alive. Second of all, recover the body if possible. We knew in this case the time frame that
yeah, cause it sounded like she was fake coming for Todd. Like she like this. Todd, you saved many people, but are you suggesting that he was? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like,
yeah,
bro had to defend himself real quick. Like yo, we bring a lot of people back to their families. First of all, like he had to let that be known. Like bitch, I save niggas. So you
like
bugging.
shit
all
do
that we were looking
Word.
for a recovery at
shit
this
do
point.
get done with us.
But when I say the
Word.
incident, something happened to make Nolan not be with us anymore. It appears as though it was a drowning. You know, there was a lot of rumors about him being brought back to the land 10 miles away and you know, brought back out there and dumped off. I don't believe any of that is true. Whatever happened in that water, we're calling the incident. You know, the water goes from 2 to 3 foot to like 20 feet real quick. You know, there was some underage kids out there drinking. It's an island, you know, there's no IDs being checked or anything like that. So when we said an incident, there's anything that could have happened. And not every person that drowns do you hear screaming and hooping and
Wait,
hollering.
so I have a question. Are there like adults there? Like any adults? It's just straight kids?
I don't think there's any.
Because I'm not gonna lie, leaving
Adults,
kids on an
lifeguards,
island by
yeah.
themselves is just
There's
chaos
stuff like
waiting
this
to
is
happen.
bound to happen. I
Yeah,
feel
like
I feel like there's no lifeguards.
there's
up
no
there. Yeah.
that doesn't even make sense.
It's
The
just a
fact
big
that
boating area, and I feel like that's very dangerous, bro.
but somebody has to get in trouble about this if they know about it, like adults knew about it.
Yeah, and it's
Then
like
that's crazy.
that
Like
is
whoever
crazy.
owns this island, somebody like bro, leaving kids by themselves on an island that he just said it's frequent that people show up dead on there.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
But at this
that's
point,
crazy.
our job was to bring Nolan home, and we did that.
What was observed? Guys, you're seeing right now from our friends at the United Cajun Navy the video taken from their aerial craft. On the beach, you see a grouping of individuals. Now, from another source, we have obtained photos of Nolan's body that we are not showing. It's just not right. But I can tell you, when you see that grouping of people on the beach, they look like little ant figures from this high up above, but that is where Nolan's body is. They're standing around it. As I recall, Todd Terrell, Nolan was face down, still fully clothed on the beach.
Wait, he was
Is that
fully
correct?
clothed?
Yes,
I
that
think
is
in
correct.
his
He was face
shorts.
down, which would have meant that he drowned. Now, when we say he was
That
found
would have meant that he
fully
drowned.
clothed on the beach, it was in the same vicinity of where he possibly drowned, you know, right there. So it was not uncommon for the body to have washed up right there. That being said, that area full of rip currents really strong right there goes from 2 to 3 foot to 20 feet,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Because you know what currents is like. That's what gets you is that it can be low and then at a second it could just
Yeah,
rise
it
up
could
to like
rise up, yeah.
yeah to like 20 feet and it's like you can't get out. You know what I'm saying? So
In a
Do you think
couple
he went for a
steps.
swim?
So that being
that's what
said,
I'm trying to
whatever
figure out.
happened really close to where the
Was
body
he
was found.
drunk?
You know,
And he like
Todd Terrell, I don't mean to be giving you a hard time. This is not about you. the United Cajun Navy are the protagonist in this scenario. You're the good guys. I've just got so many questions about how this happened. Was there anyone else on Horn Island when Nolan's body was found?
Now there was the park ranger was out there, and there was some law enforcement officials that actually had their boats anchored out there. You know, they were kind of like waiting around for a call of what to do. What people don't realize is when you're looking for a body on the water, especially in the Gulf where you have waves going and you have white caps, it's a little bit harder to see. When you're in a boat, you can only kind of see the vicinity around you. So when we put these seaplanes up in the air, we can get a much more visual of the much more bigger area. And these seaplanes can go low and slow. So what we do is we stay in contact with the officials on the ground and tell them what we see. And if they see something too, they can relay it up to us and we can go investigate it. So in this case, there were several law enforcement boats that were just kind of hanging out in the area on the island. And there was numerous other boats in the area, you know, circling and looking. But the body was found by a park ranger as it washed up on the beach.
You know, I'm very curious, Todd. Guys, joining us, Todd Terrell with United Cajun Navy. When I said, was anyone else on the island when Nolan's body was found? Your answer was completely 100% accurate, but let me rephrase and refine my question. You're saying the park ranger found him. That leads me to believe there were no friends. There was no
like
newly
the
met
detective?
girlfriend. So am I left to believe that he goes out swimming all on his own and the friend girl leaves, the mates from school leave, everybody just leaves him out in the water and he dies and then just conveniently washes ashore? Somebody just left him out in the water? Does that make sense to you, Todd Terrell?
Well, you know, being a person that goes to this island and several other areas that you can only get to by boat. We have some restaurants and bars in Louisiana that you can only get to by boat, which means you have to hitch a ride with somebody on a boat or that has a boat to get there, which a lot of things could go wrong in that scenario. But as far as what we believe, I believe that Nolan went out there with a group of friends. They were friendly, obviously so, because he was even out there. I mean, you got to understand to go to an island, you have to have a boat, which means you have to have friends. You have to have people that kind of like you to even bring you out there. So when Nolan got out there, the group of guys he was with, you know, they decided to come in a little bit earlier. They were having some engine trouble in their boat, which is not uncommon. Happens a lot. Nolan, for whatever reason, decided to stay on the island, which is not uncommon. He could have, you know, had this girl he was talking to. He could have just, for whatever reason, decided to stay. Not uncommon. That doesn't give us any reason to think foul play or anything was involved there. The issue is when he stayed on the island, he had to hitch a ride back in with somebody. And there's where the issue becomes. Who did he hitch a ride back in exactly? How were these people connected to him? How did they know him? And it's not uncommon for you not to know somebody at all and just say, hey, I need a ride back in. And they say, yeah, come on, get in the boat with us. So if I say, hey, Nancy, come on, get in the boat with us, that means at that point, we're responsible for you.
How did he get by himself? Like, say, for example, he did go into the water, whatever, to do whatever. Like, he fell, slipped, or jumped in. Where was the people that was around him?
That's my thing. It's like, you would think if somebody sees you drowning, like there's other people there with phones.
Yeah,
you
like,
would think that they would call the
something.
the
Yeah, that's what I'm
authority,
like.
somebody to help
How
you.
does nobody?
But nobody called,
'cause
nobody
he was
helped.
missing for
for
like
2
a day,
days.
yeah.
So it's like he just went in the water. He was just drunk
and everybody just left, and then I'm like,
left and just stood on the island.
When his friends left, one biggest thing too. Why would he give them his phone? That to me
Why
was
would there be
crazy.
deleted messages?
Yeah, with deleted messages. Like, come on. And then he's gonna obviously have to ask somebody for a ride back. Like, it feels like to me, like I said, it was like a prank or something. Like, they was like, yo,
like something went wrong.
Yeah, like we're gonna take his phone and shit like that, and we're gonna leave him there. And then it's like he probably was like, I'm gonna try to swim back. I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? It could be a lot. He's 18. You know what I'm saying? Your mindset is a lot different. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I agree. Like I don't think it was that of a stretch, but it, you just never know.
Yeah,
It's just like you're right. He's 18,
yeah.
so it's like, what if he decided to swim back?
Yeah, like, yo, listen, like they left me here as a prank, and they took my phone.
Like, oh, we're gonna leave you here, and he really was like, he took it serious and was like, I'm gonna jump in the water.
Yeah, I'm gonna swim.
And they didn't know the current was high. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. So I'm like, it's so many things, so many questions I have.
Todd, here's my issue. Again, I agree with what you said, but the critical moment is somebody had to leave him there alone.
Yeah, like that's
For the rest of the scenario that you're describing
for
to
it to happen.
unfold.
Yeah,
He
like
had to be alone.
he had to be
And
by
Todd,
himself.
and I'm going to bring in the rest of the panel. I want you to hear this.
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space? With this free satellite Earth Maps
No.
tool, you can zoom right down to your exact address in just seconds.
That is from Anna Moore on Snapchat, and you have to listen very intently to hear
Probably right, bro.
what
Probably a prank.
she claims is being
prank.
said. Todd Terrell, United Cajun Navy, please don't move. Joining me now, Caitlin Becker, the senior national correspondent, New York Post. She is the star of New York Post Cast. New York Post Cast. That's her podcast. Caitlin, thank you for being with us. Now, according to what this Anna Moore on Snapchat has revealed, you can hear, and this is also according to the attorneys, give me my effing phone. This is Nolan reportedly talking. What the F are you doing? The friend, they claim, Tristan Shepard. I can't tell that from what I'm hearing. The friend says, get off me. Get the F off this boat. F you, bro. Now, the voice we believe is Nolan's is, give my effing phone. What the F are you doing? And then another voice, get off me. Get the F off this boat. F you. Okay. What do we know? And Caitlin Becker.
So it sounds like bro had an argument?
Yeah, so if he's arguing with them and they took his phone or something like that, then that's like I said,
Yeah.
it might even be more than what I said. Like
That's suspicious. Yeah,
Yeah, it
he
might.
probably got killed by a friend being.
They
tight.
probably left him out there to die. Yeah.
As they get off the fucking boat, they probably left him to leave with somebody else.
Yeah.
Or like, catch another ride with
Yeah,
somebody
they probably
else.
say, go get a ride with somebody else. Fuck you, yeah. And he probably didn't know anybody out there. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, word. You're making good points.
But what I would believe that if you ask somebody for a ride, they're gonna give you a ride back. But maybe, like I said, his 18-year-old brain, he's like, nigga, I'm gonna swim.
To New York Post, who is this mysterious friend girl? Because I want to talk to her.
I want to talk to her too, Nancy. The video is tough. The Snapchat is really tough because you do clearly hear an angry altercation. There is the assumption that we're working off of that it is Nolan. However, a few other friends have confirmed it's not Nolan. There's actually someone who said it was me, not him. So you have someone coming forward saying that is not him on the video. So then did no altercation actually take place, or is someone jumping in saying that's me to misdirect or to redirect us from looking at it? That's the one question. The other question that you asked is, who's the girl? Her name is apparently, allegedly, Katie. That's kind of all we know, just Katie. Someone purporting to be related to Katie went on social media, and this is not something that we've been able to confirm, nor have investigators confirmed it. But according to this person, Katie said, we met, we talked, he seemed like he was going back on the boat with his friends, and that was that. So Katie.
Okay, hold on right there. Caitlin Becker. Caitlin. Right there. The girl, if she exists, says they talked, they chatted it up, probably flirting with each other, if accounts are true. Then he leaves to go back to the boat with his friends. But according to the friends, he stayed with her. Right there, that is a conflict. That doesn't fit. Now, Caitlin Becker and the rest of the panel, I want you to hear this.
Is that Nolan in the video?
I can't tell. It's too far away. But in that video, I feel like the voices are too clear. Like from the side, it's too clear for it to be that far away, for it to be Nolan arguing. And then also that altercation, it sounds just like my other friend that got into the altercation on the boat. And they were trying to, like, as he was in the altercation, I was calming him down. They were trying to get him out off the island. They were trying to get him back to land because he was just losing it.
Okay, so you've got That's from our friend Harvey Levin at TMZ. So you've got half the people saying that is Nolan, that's in an altercation and is getting thrown off the boat. And then you got half the people going, oh, no, that's not him. But to me, the clear problem is that critical moment where Katie, if she exists, says he went back with his friends.
Because
And
I'm
the friends
starting to
say,
think the
oh,
girl
no,
don't
we left.
exist.
He wanted to stay with her.
Yeah, me
Right there. That is the
There's no way you
first
don't got a video,
conflict.
got no conversation with
Both
Kate.
cannot be true.
I feel
Those
like that girl
cannot
would've been came
mutually
forward.
exist in truth.
Yeah, it was.
She
They're
would've been came
mutually
forward.
exclusive. He can't go with them and stay with her on Horn Island. Right there, John Mobley joining me, high-profile lawyer out of Charleston, South Carolina. John?
Well, guys, we're going to leave it here. Well, guys, we're going to leave it right here. If you guys got any theories or speculations,
Yeah.
whatever you...
Yeah, leave them in the
leave 'em
comments because we all trying to figure this out.
Yeah, everybody is right now. I'm not going to lie. But hopefully, you know, hopefully it was no foul play. Hopefully it was something that, you know, like a freak accident or something.
Yeah. You know, it's
You
still
know,
sad that, you know,
it's still sad
you know
he
what I'm
lost a
saying?
life.
But it's like, let us know what y'all think in the comments and we try to figure this out.